Welcome back to Kiwi's Eve Mining Guide for kids who can't mine good and want to learn how to do other stuff good too. I've been a little lazy recently, so I haven't been mining very much, but that's fine. This is part 2. We are going to be a little less silly this time. I'm going to actually make some real progress here. I want to start where we left off, which was you in a basic little Galente or whatever race you choose, industrial ship. Hopefully by now you've upgraded to mining barges and have figured out how to navigate skill books decently. If not, I'll go ahead and show you. You're going to want a mining barge, by the way, because they have a dedicated ore hold rather than just a cargo hold. So, let's check out the information here. As you can see, unlike your previous ship, this one has an ore hold capacity of 25,300 cubic meters, which I can tell you, if you fill that up with the right kind of mineral, that can, even the cheapest stuff, that'll bring in 5 million ISK on one trip, and the trips go quickly when you're fitted with strip miners, which have their own prerequisites. Now, these are the skills, or some skills, that you may want to have leveled up to this point. You want your astrogeology, your science, mining, industry. Those are going to need to be level 5 or level 4 to get up to here. Mining Barge 1, I believe, just to pilot one of these, you need Astrogeology 3, Science 4, Mining 4, and Industry 5. Which is going to take you a couple days. So it's alright. In the meantime, you should have just been procuring wealth and all that. And what I'm going to show you right now, very simply, I'm still in Durapant. I've been lazy, as I said. I haven't gone anywhere. I've made a few jumps to other systems. If you feel like moving around more, that's your prerogative, but I kind of play this in a lazy, casual, half-assed way. So, yeah, as you can see, I've also got mining drones now, because those are cool. But I haven't trained the skills up on them enough for them to really be useful just yet. They'll come in handy in the future, though. And also for combat. Hey buddy, what's going on? You turning right around to look at me? That's a little bit creepy. Alright. I'm going to hop to my favorite asteroid belt around here. This one seems to usually be filled up rather nicely. Yes, I'm still mining the basic ores, although I am currently working on, let's see, industry, the processing skills for the basic minerals, plagioclase, amber, all these, and they feed into these certificates here, which are a new thing. I'm actually not used to these. I'm learning about these, where you, resource harvester. Basic. Come on, show me what I'm looking for here. It would be the certificate planner. That's it. Yeah. So it's telling you kind of a guideline of what, let's say I wanted to go to gunnery and do advanced battleship stuff. Well, I got a whole bunch of other skill books that they recommend I get, which is helpful. They didn't have that back in 2009 when I first played. Anyway, we're here. Now, recently, because I've upgraded my refining skills, it doesn't matter what I really get, although I do prefer to go for the ones that yield more. This is something I didn't touch on in the first video, which is that these different names actually do matter. Concentrated Veldspar will give you a 5% yield over the normal Veldspar, and dense Veldspar gives you a 10% yield, but that's only when refining it, not when just mining it. So that really didn't matter in the first video, when I said it's all the same to you. But now it does. Now that you have your refining skills up, it does begin to matter. So select the richer ores. And go ahead and lock a bunch of targets. And as always, you want to keep your ship still, because if you mine one of these to death and you go flying off into space while you're not paying attention, it's pretty annoying. It's kind of the same deal as before. Now you don't... I should mention that mining barges are only one way to go. There is another branch of mining entirely you can explore. It's in that ultimate mining guide that I linked in the first video description. I'll put it in this one too. Basically, you can go the battleship route. If you're going to be doing more PvP, you think, and you also want to mine on the side, it is possible to hook up a pretty sweet mining rig involving battleships and expanded cargo holds and mining drones. There's someone locally in this system who does that in a Hyperion, which just looks really cool, all those lasers going everywhere. I'm a bit jealous of that. But you can also go this way. It's, it depends on what you want to do. I am a dedicated miner, and I'm going to be a shipbuilder this time around on this character, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to be doing a lot of the pew-pew. Nope. I want to make myself useful by making money. But, yeah, you can look into battleship mining. That's entirely possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit here and let our strip miners go. By the way, this is a good time to... Can I look at the... No, I can't really examine the fittings at the moment, but strip miners, I believe, once you've gotten up to mining barges in skill books, you should be able to use those as well. If not, just look at the prerequisites and go buy them in the market. And hopefully you stayed near your starter system and you're not somewhere off in godforsaken nullsec space with no decent shops nearby, because you might have to backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about drones just real quickly. Just a basic overview of how to manipulate these little dongles, because they can be kind of annoying at first. All you need to do is launch them. Right? Now, I apparently can only control 3 at a time. I don't have my drones up to 5, I guess, just yet. And if you really want to, you can set them to here, and you can right-click on these guys, and you can just mine repeatedly. Or you can abandon them, or you can just have them regularly mine, and they'll go over there. Look at how fast they are. Oh man, they're so quick. And they zip on over there. They don't yield very much, though, because I just have regular mining drones, and as I said, my skills aren't up to par on those, so I'm not using them yet, but you can. You can use them later. And that's what you do. You basically set your drones out there, and you need to remember when you're about to leave to have them return to the bay or scoop them to the bay, either one. One is instant, the other just has them return. As you can see, I already mined one of the asteroids completely, so your speed when it comes to stripping these things is greatly increased, and I've already made 316,000 ISK in the time that I've been making this video. So I'll have about 5 million once this cargo hold is completely full, and my drones are coming back now. And one last note, which is, I mean, you probably noticed by now, it's pretty much just feldspar and scordite. And if you go into some of the lower security systems in Galente space, you'll find plagioclase and a few others. That's because there are certain minerals that are only found in certain sections of space. You can only find certain ones in Amar space. I think Amber is one of them, or maybe that's in Caldari space. The point is, I have to eventually leave this system and go mine those other types to break them down into the materials that I need for any kind of industrial process in the game. So you can't just end up sitting still. And even furthermore, most of the, if not all of the rare types of minerals are only found in 0.0 security space. So this nice little safety of having the space cops around to protect your completely defenseless mining ship, you're not going to have that when you move up. So you need to think about either investing in combat drones, hull tanking, having a group with you, and you really should join a corporation at some point. I did a couple days ago and didn't enjoy the experience, so I'm just going to play solo for a while until I can be useful to someone. But yeah, try to join up with a group if you're going into zero space, or go the battleship mining route. Wouldn't recommend just taking one of these babies into there and hoping everything will be okay, because it won't. You'll die a painful death. But hey, that's how it goes in this game. Survival of the fittest. I guess I'm going to head back onto the station for now and go cook myself some breakfast or something, because I am hungry and I just made this video on a whim. People seem to like the first one and requested another one, so yeah. I'll go into it in depth even more if people want, and that's it for now. Kiwi signing off. How can the children be expected to learn if the video can't even fit on YouTube?